Previously on Fish Eye View, Jocelyn Clark learned the truth the hard way. Monsters don't always lurk in the dark. Sometimes they knock politely, show a badge, and step into your home. The truth is far older than uniforms and warrants. Something inside Jocelyn has been waiting, patient, silent, hungry. Something she's been holding down for years. And now, as the fourth and final chapter begins, the terror shifts. Because this is no longer the story of prey trapped with predators. This is the story of what happens when the real predator finally wakes. Welcome to Chapter 4, A Beast Awakes. Brace yourself. This nightmare has teeth. The room stank of cheap whiskey, sweat and fear. The rookie slumped in his chair across from Jocelyn, his uniform rumpled, belt loosened. His fingers trembled around the neck of an almost empty bottle. He looked like he'd been unravelling for hours, his eyes bloodshot, hands twitching, knees bouncing. Despite the liquor dulling his senses, his gaze kept flicking her way, weary, jittery. He exhaled sharply, laughed, but it was hollow. You think I wanted this? His voice was hoarse, thick with alcohol. I wanted a pension, a steady job, some traffic stops. Maybe bust a few drunks, write some tickets. His fingers flexed against the bottle. Not this. He swallowed hard, staring at the floor. I didn't even touch you, he whispered after a long pause. That was Hutchinson. I just went along. Jocelyn didn't respond, didn't move. His laugh came again, cracked and bitter. You look at me like I'm a monster. He dragged a hand down his face, smearing sweat across his forehead. Maybe I am. He looked like a kid lost in a mask, 2 sizes too big. A sharp thud shattered the silence. The door slammed open so hard it bounced off the wall. The rookie shot upright so fast he nearly dropped the bottle. Hutchinson stepped inside and the air in the room shifted. Even drunk, the rookie flinched. He set the bottle down carefully like a kid trying to avoid attention. Hutchinson barely looked at Jocelyn. His gaze locked onto the rookie instead, and disgust curled his mouth. You reek of booze. The rookie swallowed. No. A sharp, wet smack, palm against skin. The rookie jerked as if the blow had snapped him sober. Hutchinson loomed over Jocelyn now, pacing in short, sharp movements like a caged animal. We should just get rid of her now, the rookie muttered, voice thick with panic and whiskey. We can't let her go, she saw. Hutchinson's head snapped towards him. Use your fucking brains. His voice was low and flat, more dangerous than shouting. Where are we supposed to take her? March her out the front door? You want to explain that to the night manager? The rookie looked down at his hands. I don't know, okay? I just don't know. Hutchinson exhaled sharply, dragging a hand through his hair. We need to be smart about this. No noise, no mess. We make this look like she vanished. Something quiet, something clean. His gaze flicked to Jocelyn, and for the first time there was doubt. Jocelyn smiled. It was small, just a twitch of her lips, but the rookie recoiled like she'd pulled a knife. His breath hitched. What the fuck is she smiling at? Hutchinson stepped closer, breath hot and sour against her face, the stink of coffee and cigarettes. You think this is funny? His fingers curled into a fist. Jocelyn felt it now. The thing inside her, stirring, stretching, hungry. She swallowed against it, clenching her teeth. Not yet, not yet. Hutchinson grabbed her by the throat and squeezed. Jocelyn met his gaze, and this time she let the mask slip. Her pupils swallowed the colour of her irises. The veins along her throat darkened, pulsing. Her lips curled, revealing something too sharp. She clenched her teeth, hoping it would be enough to hold it back, but the thing inside her didn't ask permission. It had only waited. She whispered. The room froze. The rookie let out a small panicked noise. Hutchinson barked a laugh, but it was thin, forced. Then it began. Jocelyn convulsed. A deep, wet crack echoed through the room, bone shifting where it shouldn't. Another, then another. Hutchinson stumbled back. The foot! Bones twisted, snapped and stretched. Jocelyn's spine arched, her ribs breaking outward. The sound was wet, grinding and unnatural. The duct tape strained, then split apart with a sharp, plastic shriek, curling back like peeled skin. The rookie screamed. Ah! Jocelyn's hands, now claws, tore through the last remnants of restraint. Her jaw unhinged, widening unnaturally, tendons snapping audibly as fangs punched through her gums. Hutchinson reached for his taser. Too late. She lunged, faster than he could react. His arm came up, but it didn't matter. Claws ripped through the tendon, flesh and bone, severing his forearm in a single, effortless motion. He howled, stumbling back, clutching at the gushing stump. Jocelyn loomed over him, blood dripping from her claws. He tried to scramble backwards, boots slipping on his own pooling blood, a wolf in uniform, drowning in his own blood. Wait! She tore out his throat. His body hit the ground with a wet thud, twitching for only a moment before it went still. The rookie shrieked, a high broken sound, stumbling for the door, knocking over the bottle as he tripped over his own feet. But Jocelyn was on him before he even reached the handle. He fought. He really tried, his fists pounding against her, weak and desperate, his breath coming in ragged sobs. Please, he begged, spit and tears mixing with blood on his chin. I didn't. Jocelyn hesitated, just for a fraction of a second. Maybe it was the pleading. Maybe it was the sheer pathetic humanness of him. But the beast inside her was past mercy. She grabbed him by the collar, lifting him like he weighed nothing, his legs kicking, useless. Then she ripped him open. His rib cage cracked apart like a snapped wishbone. Organs slumped to the floor, steaming. His body twitched, even as his eyes went glassy. He made one last sound, a wet, broken wheeze, before going limp in her grasp. The silence that followed was deep and profound. Jocelyn stood there panting, blood dripping from her fingers. The beast inside her purred, satisfied. But it wasn't enough. It was never enough. Slowly, her body began to shrink back. The fur receded, her claws dulled, bones snapped into place, reforming into something human. Jocelyn staggered, her stomach twisted, not from guilt or horror, but from something worse. A craving only just kept in place. She looked down. The bodies lay still, steam rising from their spilled guts. The room stank of death. With trembling hands, she wiped her mouth and whispered to herself, low and breathless, like a confession. Not again. Her coat was still on the chair, plain, soft, human. She picked it up with hands that no longer remembered how to be clean, and just like that, Jocelyn Clark disappeared. But the beast, it was still awake. The room falls still. The blood cools, and Jocelyn Clark stands alone in the quiet aftermath, no longer a victim, no longer hiding behind shaking breaths or splintered door frames. The beast is awake now, and although the monster recedes, folding itself back into a body that pretends to be human, the damage is done. Not just to the room, not just to the men who thought they controlled her, but to the boundary between who Jocelyn was and what she will never be able to deny. She gathers her coat, soft, ordinary, laughably human, and disappears into a world that has no idea what walks among it, what breathes beneath the surface, what watches through the glass of every fisheye lens. And so ends Fisheye View, a story about fear, control, and the moment you finally stop running from the thing inside you and let it run for you. If this final chapter pulled you in, if you followed Jocelyn's descent from the first strange shimmer to the last blood-stoked breath, remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay with me for more dark tales, cosmic horrors, and worlds just slightly off the hinge. Thank you for listening and for surviving the view.